Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got some pretty cool pickups that I got very recently. Really awesome finds, I think, all around, and wanted to show you this. I didn't think I'd be doing another pickups video down here in the Retro Dungeon, but as it turns out, the city that I'm in is taking a little bit longer with the, assigning of, not assigning, but rather the permissions or plans or whatever you'd like to call it that they have to do on their end. So it's going to take me a little bit longer to get out of this house and into my new one, but that's all right by me because I really do love this game room. So I guess that's one benefit, is I get to spend a little more time appreciating this room for what it is. But that being said, I'll show you what I got. And the first thing I got here, super cool item. I just got it in the mail recently. This is from the Extra Life Challenge, and if you don't know, in November I'll be doing my 25-hour live stream on November 4th. Starting on November 4th, it'll go from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock the next day. And because that is one of those like leap type days or whatever you'd like to call it, where the time gets changed, it actually turns into a 25-hour session rather than a 24-hour session, just like the one from last year. So that's pretty cool right there. But I'll show you the item that I got from the Extra Life team, and that is this right here, which is this year's t-shirt. It says play games, heal kids. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that, but it's really cool right there. Like it says the date on it, November 4th, so I'll be sporting that on game day for Extra Life, raising money for 6 kids hospitals here in Toronto. So really sweet deal right there, and so happy I could get this ahead of game day this year. So really sweet. But for the rest of this video, I figure this Batman shirt, it's nice and all, but probably not the best thing to be wearing since I just got this one. So let's fix that right about now. Yeah, that's tons better and fits like a gem. So look at that, check it out. Really happy to be able to get this shirt though, like I said, ahead of game day, just so I can be wearing it on the day of. And if you get the opportunity, come check it out on Twitch. I'm gonna figure out how to go through, and I think I'm gonna use, I think it's like a Restream or something like that it's called, and I'll be able to broadcast my live stream also on YouTube as well, which really would probably help me out a lot because I don't have a lot of followers on Twitch, just because I don't stream that often. Alright, so on to my pickup portion of this as far as video games go. But the first thing I wanted to mention here is I'm going to be changing it. Usually I put up like the price charting amount or whatever above me here, and then put what I paid for it. I think at this point what I'm going to be doing is using Game Value Now. Really good site. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's really decent because you can also put your collection in there. I haven't been able to do that yet just because I have so many games and I have to probably manually enter all of them. I've tried to import like a what do you call it, like a chart type document or whatever, Excel type document into it, and it didn't quite work out. It didn't import all my games or any of them for that matter. It just kind of came up with an error message. So I'll try that again probably at some point, and I might move from my collection app into that one because it tracks your values and everything, as well as what you paid and a variety of things that I think is really convenient. And I hopefully what they do with that is they actually come out with like an Android type app for it. But anyways, I'm going to use Game Value Now, I think, from now on. So here we go. I'll show you the things that I got. Sorry for that long-winded thing there, but let me get started. First thing I picked up for GameCube was Dragon Ball Z Sagas, and pretty cool right there. Now these were all $5 a game, but one of them I ended up getting for free just because when you buy 4 you get one free kind of deal. So that's one there, and I thought I didn't have the manual for this one. Apparently it turns out I did, so I probably should have just left this one behind because it's not particularly a decent game from what my understanding of it. I've never actually played it, but just the general consensus on this one is it's not exactly a quality title. This one's pretty cool though right here, and that's The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. So really neat, like kind of fun to be able to go around and bash buildings and whatnot and just wreak havoc kind of thing. So really nice find right there, that's for sure. And I think I already have this one in my collection. I think actually most of these, other than probably the next one I'm going to show you, I do have already. So that one's going to be up for sale or trade, just to refund a little bit of cash for the collection kind of thing. And then Ultimate Spider-Man, also grabbed that one. So pretty cool right there. And I'm pretty sure I don't have this one in my collection. I'll have to double check that and just make sure of that, but really nice copy of it, really clean too, so pretty sweet deal right there. Then I also picked up a copy of Super Mario Sunshine, which is already in my trade kind of thing going on with another Cartridge Club member, so that's for them right there. But really nice and clean copy of that, and I think the disc on it is like pretty amazing. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. Maybe some minor things, but nothing devastating or anything, so pretty cool right there. And then I also picked up a copy of Luigi's Mansion, so just gets better and better as we go along here, so pretty sweet deal right there. And again, the disc on that one is like pretty much flawless too, so I'm gonna have to check some of these against the copies I have, although I think my copy is the black label, not the Player's Choice one, so I probably won't keep the outside artwork, but I'll have to check the rest of it against that, because really nice deal. And then also picked up The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, but this is not actually Wind Waker inside this case. It's a copy of Smash Melee, which someone else has put in there kind of thing in place of the Wind Waker disc, which doesn't really upset me because, you know, that game loose is actually worth more than this one complete, so pretty cool. I think I have like a couple of empty cases for Wind Waker, and then I also have another loose disc copy of Melee, which is kind of interesting. I just can't seem to complete any of these things, so that's sort of the thing with that, and I'd love to be able to complete, you know, those when I go to sell them, just so they're easier to kind of move idea. And the last thing I picked up is called Freaky Forms Deluxe for the 3DS, and the only reason why I picked this one up is I just checked the value on it, and honestly it was quite a bit heftier in value than you know, what they were asking for it kind of thing. And I don't really have any particular interest in this, although from my understanding what it is you create like your little creature and then travels through your world. I don't know if it's, you know, a kiddie game or what the deal is with this particular title, but it's definitely valuable, so I decided to pick it out with all these games. So basically for that whole stack right there, including Mario Sunshine, which I already set aside, that whole stack right there, I ended up paying about like 30 bucks I think for the whole thing, so pretty cool deal all around. That's everything I got for you this time around. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I'll see you all later.